Wanted to talk Switch 2. I watched the trailer and I wasn't blown away, but I think that was expected because with all the leakers and the rumors going around, it really felt to me like from going to DS to 3DS, where it's going to be not major changes. There's going to be just some, minor changes and it's going to look better. And that's what Switch 2 is doing to me right now, where it's like, you know what? I'll get it. I'm not right now the most excited for it. But I think that has to also do with, for the past, it feels like 3 or 4 years, those quote unquote leakers saying that we're going to get Switch 2 news and nothing happened. It really felt like the boy who cried wolf in that sense of, hey, it's happening, it's happening, it's happening. And there was nothing. When we finally get something and it's a trailer, and that was it. The trailer was fine. I have no problem with the trailer, but it just felt like, you know what, we're giving it to you because we just want to give you the information, but at the same time, at this point, it is what it is. That's really how it felt like when I watched the trailer. Just from the opening of having no sound to Nintendo's logo to then having that static sound. I guess that is static. But it was cool seeing, the mouse mode. I don't know what they're going to call that. And then having the new Mario Kart track uh, for, I believe, what they would call Mario Kart 9. I think that track will be called Yoshi's Desert from the looks of the little bit that we've seen. So it it's something I'm getting a little bit more excited for now that we actually have seen it, but I'm not, let me rip my shirt off and make a huge video of, oh my gosh, the next greatest thing is here. Um, but yeah, I think really though, going back to that thought of leakers saying, hey, this is gonna be it, this is gonna be it, was really deflating in a sense that, let Nintendo make those that news when they want to. Let those companies actually surprise us. But it feels like it's becoming less and less of a thing, and that's just due to the internet. I've actually stayed away from that for the most part. I've never back like on the Wii and Wii U days, I was really excited and I'd try and read every little piece of information I could, whether it was rumored, true, not, from a quote unquote real source. But with the Switch and Switch 2, I've really stayed away from people posting online about what's going to happen just because it feels like 99% of the time it's not right. And that's why I really stay away from those leakers, just because you can't really confirm any statement from them to see how accurate it is. But I wanted to go back, talk about, Switch 2 and what we saw in the trailer. And mouse mode is going to be, I think, a very unique feature. I don't know if it's going to be just a gimmick or not, but I would think that we're going to see Mario Paint 2. And I'm sure that Nintendo has an idea of what they can do with Splatoon 4 with it. I don't know what other games they would utilize it with. Maybe Mario Sunshine too, because that would make more sense, being able to use the mouse and, navigating FLUDD in a better way. A new Luigi's Mansion. There's, I think, a lot of possibilities for this mouse idea, and we'll just see how well Nintendo, pulls it off. And besides the games, I do have some questions that will be answered in time. Like, what's the storage going to be on the console? I'm sure we'll be able to put in micro SD cards like we did on Switch. One big thing to me is, will the online be smoother? I feel like that is something that really needs to be focused on, because I've had games where I've played online from Nintendo and Super Nintendo, as well as Splatoon 3, even Splatoon 2, and Mario Kart, where the games just drop. My internet connection is stable when that happens, so it's infuriating when we've known that they upgraded, but these problems still persist. So that's something I do want to see happen. Um, will there be Joy-Con drift? Honestly, that I I don't know if that's just something to laugh at this point or not, but will Joy-Con drift be fixed? And then the other thing to me is the price point. I'm not gonna sit here and think like, oh wait, it has to be this exact amount. But to me, just thinking off the top of my head, $400 or less would be a good price point. I know that the OLED for Switch is 350, but I think if you go above that, go for 450 or more, I think a lot of people are going to compare the Switch 2 to whatever Sony and Microsoft have at the time. I don't think that they're going to release a new console between now and then, but I think that a lot of people will graphically compare Microsoft, Sony to Nintendo and say that the price point isn't there, and it'll be a huge debate. So I do think that $400 and below would be the sweet spot for the Switch 2, but that's something we'll see in time. I just really wanted to make this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you are new here, please subscribe, and until next time.